Hi, this is Cliff at Avalon Shutters. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to take a staple out of the louver. Now, in this particular scenario, I'm really interested in showing you more about putting the staple back in, but you never know. Sometimes you might have to pull out the old staple before you can put a new one in. So I want to go through those steps. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my left hand, because that's the hand I'm not going to hold the pliers with. But I'm going to support the louver and use my thumb to pull the tilt bar over to the side so that way it's out of the way, so I don't damage it. I'm going to grab my pliers, I'm going to get it right on the crown of that staple that's in the louver, and I'm going to twist and pull at the same time. Now, one thing I will point out, the Avalon Shutter staple that we put in actually has glue on the staple when it shoots in, so when the friction from the staple goes into the louver, it actually bonds itself. So we've got to break that bond. So that sometimes can be a little difficult. I'm going to try get that off. One more time. Come on. Almost there. Almost there. I'm going to try a pair of needle nose so I can put a little more pressure on just one prong at a time. Looks like I already have a little bit going on in this one. Oh, we pulled the staple apart, so that's good. We'll work on one section at a time. Get a hold of that staple. I might grab the needle nose pliers again. Or, I'm sorry, the pliers. So I can get a good grip on that. Okay, here we go. There we go. One at a time works out really good. Okay, now I'm going to put the tilt bar over to the opposite side, and I'm going to grab a hold of that last prong staple, get my hand behind, wrap my hand right behind the louver, and pull and twist at the same time. There we go. Alright, here we go. Now hopefully I don't scare you away, because that did look a little difficult, I'm sure, to everybody. But you'll get better at it as you do it more and more, and it won't be an issue. Okay, so what I've done is I've put a little bit of glue, wood glue on the actual piece of cardboard. Take the staple, just put a little glue on. You only want to put about 1/8 of an inch of glue on the tip of the staple, because as it goes in, it's going to smear the glue up the staple, and you don't want to have excess glue exposed on the outside of the louver once you put that staple in. Alright, I'm going to touch it a little bit, try to get a little bit more glue off. Okay. Again, I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I'm going to take my left hand. If you're left-handed, you're going to want to use your right hand to hold the louver in place so it doesn't move around. And then your thumb is going to help hold the tilt bar off to one side so that it doesn't get damaged when you're putting the new staple in. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and fish the new staple through the tilt bar staple, and then I'm going to kind of move it around, kind of like I did to get the staple out originally. And I'm going to start pressing it in as I twist and press. Okay. I can see I'm going to need to get the needle nose pliers and put a little bit more pressure on one side of the staple, because I'm starting to get it, it's starting to be a little bit uneven. Okay. Again, a little more. I'm going to switch to pliers again. Put a little pressure. If you see that it's going kind of in like crooked, like this, just put a little more pressure on the opposite side to pull it back in, because you don't want it to get out of control and get sideways. If it rolls over and starts getting to the tilt bar, it gets incredibly difficult to put in, and it will damage the tilt bar eventually. So you can work with just one side at a time, just like this. Just move it back and forth until it gets itself in place. Move the tilt bar over. Again, just twist and push, twist, push. Okay, we are almost there. One more time. Okay. Wipe the excess glue off. You want to check for closure. And it looks pretty good. Alright, that's my segment on how to take a staple out and put one in. Now I did show you it was probably like one of the worst case scenarios where it was really difficult to get that staple out. But we were able to go through that and at least show you that, so if you ever run into it, you have a good way of addressing it. Alright, well, if you have any questions, just reach out to me at cliffm@avalonshutters.com and I will answer any questions you might have. Alright, thank you. Bye.